Today on Good Morning Maine, how rising electricity costs are causing some Maine businesses to struggle.
Plus, we'll take a tour of the new I-395 extension to check out the progress on the new stretch of highway.
And people from throughout the state gather in Bangor to find ways to improve the welfare of Maine children. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for watching this Thursday morning. We'll have all the day's news coming up, but first a check of that forecast and kind of sounding, I don't know.
We don't know what to say at this point.
It's just more rain on the way, folks. What can we say? And looking at the forecast now, it looks like there's a chance of rain in the foreseeable future, too.
Right.
So.
No, I saw a TikTok yesterday from a meteorologist in New Hampshire, and she says because of El Nino kind of in the west, the pressure has to kind of associate with that. I'm not a meteorologist. I don't know what I'm talking about. But she says, I don't see in the foreseeable future a solid break in this.
The jet stream that's carrying all this down from Canada is just kind of locked into place. And until that kind of moves off, then we're kind of stuck in the system.
Right.
So
it would be that or wildfire smoke, I guess.
I guess so. I don't know. The good news is it won't be a drenching rain. There's a chance of thunderstorms, but over the next couple of days, we'll just have chances of rain as we go through those days. Let's check in with Devin Biggs for our forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Don't let rust get the best of your car. Protect it with Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Schedule your service now. Alrighty, here we go. Air quality's kind of an issue in some parts of the Northeast. We're good in our backyard, though, this morning, but further off towards the west, air quality alerts are posted because of air quality that either has already gotten bad or expected to get bad in a few spots, though. And we're already seeing a few areas that are considered very unhealthy. So once again, no air quality issues are developing across some parts of the Northeast. Meanwhile, here at home, though, we're watching rain, we're watching chances for storms, and of course some fog that's developed yet again this morning. These fog advisories will drop at around 9 a.m. this morning. Small craft advisories up until around 8 p.m. later this evening as well, as that will start to back off just a bit later. Otherwise, though, the fog very widespread this morning. Many areas are down to a mile visibility or less. It improves further out towards the north, but further down to the south, notice so definitely some very thick fog that's developed out there this morning. Radar and Sally's showing some mainly showers that have developed out there this morning. I'm not seeing much lightning, if any lightning, with this, so nothing too ridiculous. We'll have a few little bits of dry hours before we watch for more showers and a few rumbles of thunder that will develop throughout the daytime period. Not too much going on, at least at this point, but this is where the flow will come in for more showers and storms that will be on the way. So our early forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing cloudy skies, a chance for showers and thunderstorms again. Temperatures in the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
All right, thank you, Devin. Police around Mount Desert Island are looking for a suspect from New Hampshire who's accused of stealing a car. Local police say they received a call from Wolfboro, New Hampshire police around 1 o'clock Wednesday afternoon, reporting that a male subject operating a stolen vehicle was traveling in the direction of Bar Harbor on State Highway 3. Wolfboro police called again shortly after, saying the man called them and said he was at a local hotel in the lobby. The suspect was identified as 40-year-old Jeremy G. of Wolfboro. Police say they were able to locate G and the stolen vehicle, but as they arrived on the scene, he fled the area on foot into the woods and managed to get away. He is described as being a white male, approximately 6 feet tall, weighing about 200 pounds. He has hazel eyes and brown hair and was last seen wearing jeans, a ball cap, sneakers, and he wasn't wearing a shirt. He was last seen in the area of Crooked Road and Old Norway Drive. A warrant has been issued for his arrest on charges of unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, driving after suspension, and breach of his bail conditions. Police say if you see a subject matching this description, do not approach him. Just call 911 immediately.
The mother of a 2-year-old who was exposed to fentanyl and suffered an overdose has been indicted by the Penobscot County Grand Jury. 29-year-old Jessica Shepard was arrested back in May of 2022 for allegedly leaving fentanyl out in her home. According to court records, that led to her 2-year-old daughter consuming it and experiencing an overdose. She is also accused of giving the child Narcan to revive her. Shepard was indicted yesterday on charges of aggravated assault and endangering the welfare of a child.
The legislature's Appropriations and Financial Affairs Committee approved a budget on Wednesday morning. It includes investments in child care, housing, emergency medical services, and paid family and medical leave. The vote was 11-1. It represents Part 2 of the biennial budget, and it will now go before the full legislature for approval. The exact date will be announced by the presiding officers before the end of the week.
Small business owners are dealing with the pressure of rising electricity rates, even if their usage rates remain the same. Doug Banks has more.
In January of 21, his electricity bill was $1,000. In January of 22, the electricity bill was $22.64. Because in March of 2023, his electricity bill in Ellsworth was $4,533.
The man Representative Thorne is speaking of is his nephew, Christopher Thorne, who owns the Dairy Queen in Ellsworth, along with 4 other locations. Over the past few years, and this year specifically, Thorne has seen his electricity bill skyrocket.
When you open that bill up at the beginning of February to see that you spent a lot in electricity in January, and not just this location, but 4 others, it's an eye-awakening that, okay, how am I going to pay for this?
He says numerous expenses have gone up over the past few years, including wages, delivery, and food costs. Unfortunately, those increases have been passed on to the consumer.
Just because a business raises their menu prices doesn't mean they're making any more. They're just covering up for the costs that they're being charged. Whether it's McDonald's or across the way or Dunkin' Donuts up the hill, we're all dealing in combating it the best we can.
According to Thorne, the increase on his bill is coming from the cost per kilowatt hour rising, which measures how much energy someone uses per hour, and the standard cost section of the electric bill. According to Central Maine Power, this cost goes towards the state's solar policy incentives and power purchase agreements. Regardless of the reasoning behind utility rate increases, people like Christopher are asking, when will it stop?
I've been told many different things, and we don't know when it's going to end, when the increases are going to end.
In Ellsworth, Doug Banks, ABC 7, Fox 22 News.
There are more rate hikes coming in the near future for homeowners. In early June, regulators approved a rate hike for Central Maine Power that will increase a typical home's total electric bill by just over 1%, or about $1.67. Versant Power will be hiking distribution rates effective July 1st, and then again on January of 2024.
Well, in other news, the Senate has passed a bill to construct suicide prevention barriers on the Penobscot Narrows Bridge. LD 1120 seeks to prevent further loss of life by requiring the Department of Transportation to build and maintain pedestrian barrier fences. A statement says studies have shown that barriers are more effective at reducing suicide than alternative methods, such as signs with telephone hotline information. Prior to the installation of the barrier, the Memorial Bridge in Augusta was the site of numerous deaths by suicide. And since the barrier was put into place there, no suicides have been reported at that location. The bill now goes to the governor. She has 10 days to sign the bill into law, veto it, or allow it to become law without her signature.
The I-395 extension that spans from Route 1A in Brewer to Route 9 in Eddington is starting to take shape. Our David Ledford took a tour yesterday with members of Maine DOT to get some answers on some of the questions we all have as they work to finish the project.
This is where the Eastern Ave Bridge is going to be. The Wilson Street Bridge that carries Route 1A is behind me. Right now, everything's going well and we're on schedule.
The Maine Department of Transportation's I-395 and Route 9 connector project has been under construction since early 2022 after years of planning. During this time, crews have been laying the groundwork for paving, which is expected to start this fall, and setting up bridges for local traffic. Department officials say this project will provide what they're calling the missing link between communities, connecting the Eddington region to the Bangor-Brewer area.
Right now, if you're going from 395 to Route 9, 6 miles down the road, there's a lot of turns, there's a lot of different speed limits, there's a lot of encountering local traffic. This will make it a smooth shot, especially for commercial vehicles.
For those who have been using the detour redirecting Cluleyville Road traffic in Eddington, an end is in sight. Officials say the road will reopen on November 15th, as will some other bridges involved in the project.
This is one of 5 bridges that is involved in this project. It's the only one that has a road going under it. Right now there's a lot of bridge work going on the 6 mile connector route, some earthwork, but we're putting the bridges in. and hopefully opening some of them by the end of this year, by November.
Officials say the end goal of this project is to help connect communities and invigorate the local and state economies.
Economically speaking, businesses that do business in the greater Bangor region and serve markets east of here all the way to and including Canada, they will see the benefits of having a more reliable, safe, faster road.
The approximately $106 million project is on track to be completed by mid-2025. In Brewer, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Taking shape. Well, the UMaine Graduate School is celebrating its 100th birthday today. Here's a look at what Maine's only public grad school has done over the past century. The University of Maine's graduate program was formally organized on June 29, 1923, but postgraduate degrees were awarded to students decades beforehand. The first master's degree was granted to agriculture student Walter Ballantyne back in 1881, and the first master's degree conferred to a woman in Maine was just a year later when Persia Vinyl White received a master's in literature. There have only been 12 deans of the graduate school in the last 100 years, including current dean Dr. Cody Veeraramyan.
We have a variety of programs at the master's level, 85 master's programs and 35 doctoral programs.
Well, the dean says UMaine's status as a high research doctoral university was granted in part due to the tireless work of graduate students. In the next century, UMaine hopes to see an even bigger expansion of its degree programs.
All right, the time now is 6:12. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, details on an effort to bring asylum seekers to northern Maine. It's part of a plan to give them new homes while training them to join the workforce.
But first, another check of that rainy forecast. More scattered showers and thunderstorms today with a high near 74 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low near 60. Tomorrow, a mostly cloudy day with a chance of some showers. The highs on Friday around 78.
Rennie's, a Maine adventure.
At Rennie's, we have an incredible selection of spring Carhartt at the best prices. We don't just sell it, we wear it and we love it.
Thank you for shopping Rennie's.
Weezer Indie Rock Road Trip. Coming your way Friday, June 30th, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. Weezer live. Special guests, Future Islands and Joyce Manor. On sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com. Weezer, don't miss out.
Whether you're hurt by a landscaping truck like this, a work van like this, or any commercial vehicle, we know how to get you the big money you may deserve.
Hurt by a commercial vehicle? Call the twos. We win for you.
Hello, Eastern Maine. Watch You Bet Your Life weekdays at 10 a.m. here on ABC 7.
You believe that it's the plaintiff's fault that the accident occurred, correct?
I believe, yes.
You're actually stopped in a lane of traffic to drop her off. You understand that is illegal, right?
Yeah. Do you have a driver's license?
No.
Why were you driving that day?
Hot Bench. Thursday at 3 on ABC 7.
When it comes to asylum seekers, Portland leaders have long called on other communities to pitch in. Some are wondering how to bring up asylum seekers to the northern part of the state, all the way to Aroostook County. Mal Meyer has more.
I have been like them and I know what they face.
Victoire Lingwanga is using her experience as an asylum seeker to help others find a new home.
I'm checking with the asylum families, the refugees who are here in the southern Maine, what their needs are.
She's based in Portland and now working as the Workforce Development Coordinator for New Mainers at Northern Maine Community College in Presque Isle. Lingwanga's job is to be the bridge to connecting people with the resources available up there.
This program, it's a very good program. It's going to help them to, I can say, to restart their life here in the U.S.
The community college's president says they received 2 grants to fund this position for 2 years. The goal is to build a workforce of the future.
We think it's really important that it's a partnership with the community college and the city to make this happen. And that partnership, I think, is going to make this successful.
It continues the efforts started by the Northern Maine Growth Initiative. That's a collaboration between community partners and employers focused on how to bring new Mainers to the area. What are the workforce needs in Presque Isle, and how could asylum seekers help with that?
I think new Mainers in general will help us with our workforce challenges. We have gaps in services that are not being filled in the healthcare sector, the service sector, retail sectors.
Portland City Manager welcomes the idea.
Across the state, anyone who has housing available and is able to step up in that way, yes, I would encourage everyone to do that.
That is one of many issues that Liwanga will assess up north, so the area can be prepared to welcome this new population.
That was Mal Myers reporting. Experts from all over Maine came to Bangor yesterday for the 28th Annual Child Welfare Education Conference. The focus, finding ways to improve the lives of children. Our Matthew Jarancic has the story.
Case managers, behavioral health professionals, and lawyers were among the many who participated in this year's conference.
It's been an awesome opportunity to connect with other professionals in the community. It's been such a great learning experience getting to talk with and listen to the presenters who have so much education and experience behind them.
Participants sat in on breakout sessions focusing on the conference's theme of trauma and resilience in a post-pandemic world, highlighting areas including supporting the LGBTQIA community, homelessness, and mental health.
When you're dealing with families with children that come into the child welfare system, we have to deal with a lot of social issues. As workers that care deeply about the well-being of children, we try to learn about those topics and to build skills together.
Office of Child and Family Services Director Dr. Todd Landry stopped in to give an update on the work OCFS has done and recognize the crowd's hard work.
Annie E. Casey Foundation ranked Maine 12th in the nation based on these key data indicators around child and family well-being. Just a few years ago in 2018, Maine was ranked 16th in the country.
Maine Child Welfare Education Executive Counselor Bonnie Dodson says it's the passion participants bring year after year that make these events meaningful.
One person, listening, seeing, acknowledging what someone has been through and that they're valued and that they have a place in this world can make all the difference in the long-term outcome for a child as well as an adult.
In Bangor, Matthew Jarancic, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, the time now is 6:17. After the break, a local sushi restaurant recently received a review so bad the employees put it on a t-shirt.
Plus, the debris of the Titanic sub have been found on the ocean floor. We'll check out those stories and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
I come down the road one day and we counted 23 trees down. A small compact tractor is plenty to do what you need to do.
From the beginning, he wanted John Deere.
I had nothing before. I was doing everything by hand, unloading shingles out of boats, stone and sand and wood chips. No, those days are over.
We are United, your local John Deere dealer.
Harris Lumber is locally owned and has been serving the Pequot region for more than 50 years. See them for all your projects, big or small. Customer service is their #1 priority. And with a full line of lumber and hardware items, they can also deliver to your job site. Harris Lumber, Milo. When Dover Audiology wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Come to Dover Audiology and find out where people from Kittery to Eastport go to get their hearing aids. Knowledgeable, friendly, and reasonable. Dover Audiology is your best place for hearing solutions.
Established in 1925, Bangor Floral has been a premier provider of beautiful floral arrangements and thoughtful gifts for almost 100 years. Whatever the occasion, our premium collection of colorful blooms, blossoming plants, and gift baskets have warmed hearts for generations. We strongly support the Buy Local movement, purchasing directly from local farms and growers, and we are committed to the preservation of our environment. Bangor Floral, located at 332 Harlow Street. Stop in today to experience a flower shop like no other.
Restaurants get bad reviews all the time, but one in Brewer got one so odd, its staff decided to make a t-shirt out of it, and now everyone wants one. Devin Dagnall met with the owner for the full story.
The Yoshi restaurant has been serving customers in Brewer and beyond for years, and just looking online, you can see they've gotten their fair share of reviews, most of which have been positive. But recently, one review stood out to the staff.
The review itself just seemed really egregious.
In the review, a deaf customer states they and their family were overlooked in favor of hearing customers, which current owner Josh Dyer refutes and says would never happen in his restaurant. He says any less than stellar service they experienced was due to staffing shortages.
It was only 25 minutes that they could have been inside the restaurant.
But the part that stood out most to Dyer and his crew was the comment, also, the sushi chef was Caucasian. Definitely red flag for us.
I feel like nobody's race or gender or sexual orientation or any of that determines their ability to do anything.
Dyer has been a sushi chef for almost a decade under the tutelage of Yoshi's founder and previous owner, Ting Luke, before taking over the restaurant last year, so there's no question of his experience or qualification.
If those people would have came in the last 8 years, he probably made their sushi.
The comment quickly became a running joke for the staff, with the joke escalating to the point where waitress Samantha Casella made a t-shirt for Dyer and posted a picture of him wearing it to social media the very next day. The pic quickly gained traction online, with many people asking where they could get one.
I had to go run some errands that day, and some of the people had already seen it, and they know, that I made it, and they were already asking me how to get one.
Now, the restaurant is offering the shirts for order. Dyer says although he doesn't appreciate the one-star review, there's no hard feelings.
I would honestly love him to come back and serve him dinner and have him actually rate my food based off my ability to make sushi and see what happens from there.
In Brewer, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
I want some sushi now.
Yeah, right?
Yes. The time now is 6:22.
Let's get a full look at that weather forecast.
Artie, Craig, and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Don't let rust get the best of your car. Protect it with Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Schedule your service now. Alrighty, here we go. So air quality, not the greatest in some parts of the Northeast where air quality alerts are posted yet again. As for us, so we're looking pretty good out there, but you have to look further off towards the south and west where some areas either have hit very unhealthy air quality or will be expected to hit some poor air quality coming up soon. Otherwise, though, we do have dense fog advisories posted for a few areas till roughly 9 a.m. this morning. A few other spots still posted until around 8 p.m. for the small crowd advisories later on this evening, as well as the winds will be a little bit gusty there. But otherwise, though, look at how widespread the fog is. This is all fog that's developed out there this morning, reducing visibility to just a mile or less in a few areas and improves further off towards the north, but further down to the south, kind of a mess out there. So be careful out there when you travel to work or any other destination. But otherwise, those showers and thunderstorms are developing out there in a few areas this morning. I'm not seeing much lightning, if any lightning with this, so probably just general showers at best. We'll be watching for a few rumbles of thunder today. As this front continues to move in, it'll pull in some more moisture, so we're not done with the rain just yet. We'll have chances for showers and a few rumbles of thunder coming up soon. So if you cast moving forward, a few showers, a few rumbles of thunder off from the west, so that'll move in during the afternoon and evening time frame. That will go away with a few showers possible throughout the daytime period for your Friday. We'll get rid of the chances for storms, and the sun may also make an appearance as well before it goes down Friday night. More clouds and fog moves in as we get towards Friday night into Saturday with a few showers possible there. All right, let's run this through at least parts of Friday. So maybe up to another half an inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch in a few localized areas before we're all finished up. Other areas, maybe not as much rain. Running through the weekend, we'll add a little bit more rain, and that rain looks to continue as we head towards next week. Otherwise, our average high temperature is 78 degrees. We'll reach for the middle 70s today, upper 70s for your Friday, back in the lower to middle 70s again Saturday, Sunday, and a Monday, and also Tuesday, the lower 80s again as we head towards your Wednesday. So your forecast for today, middle 70s, scattered showers and thunderstorms on the way, and south wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, lower 60s, partly cloudy, a few thunderstorms, also some fog on the way, south wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, upper 70s, mostly cloudy with a few showers on the way, and south wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check, showing chances for showers and a few rumbles of thunder as well for the next several days, with temperatures overall in the 70s.
If you like shopping at Rennie's, you might like working at Rennie's as well. Great benefits, 20% employee discount.
Whether it's a job or career, Rennie's has so much to offer. Store associate, customer service, human resources, delivery driver. Go to rennies.com for more info.
Wait until you see how much unclaimed money there is out there. Thousands and thousands of dollars. And people who just didn't know it was theirs for the taking. Now this week, GMA's about to show them the money. So, is there unclaimed money out there that could be yours? Watch GMA this week.
Caswell's Grocery Liquidation, where you shop first. Shop local. Great savings and selection. It's worth the trip. You won't be disappointed.
Your dollar goes a long, 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 long way at Caswell.
I got hurt in a car accident and I've got some questions. Can I talk to a lawyer for free? Could a lawyer deal with the insurance company and all of the paperwork? Shouldn't I just trust the system to pay me what's fair?
I answer car accident questions like these every day. Call the Twos and let's talk about your case.
I call the Twos, and Lowry and Associates got me $450,000.
Call the Twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
If you like shopping at Rennie's, you might like working at Rennie's as well. Great benefits, 20% employee discount.
Whether it's a job or career, Rennie's has so much to offer. Store associate, customer service, human resources, delivery driver. Go to rennies.com for more info.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Debris from the Titan submersible has been recovered off the coast of Newfoundland. Pieces of the sub were unloaded yesterday from the Canadian ship Horizon Arctic at a Coast Guard pier in St. John's. 5 people were killed while on a voyage to see the wreckage of the Titanic. Along with electronics and other parts of the sub, crews also suspect the debris contains human remains. Authorities believe the vessel imploded while descending to the ocean floor. The evidence is now being transported to a port in the U.S. for further analysis and testing by the Marine Board of Investigation.
Smoky skies are back in at least some parts of the country, and officials are offering caution again with unhealthy air quality impacting many Americans. Fox News correspondent Madeline Rivera reports the latest.
Like deja vu, skies across the country are sporting a familiar hazy hue. Smoke from the wildfires in Canada are drifting again towards the U.S., smothering cities from the East Coast to the Midwest.
Obviously, there was New York a couple weeks ago, and apparently now it's us this week.
With the return of the smoke comes the return of air quality alerts. Conditions in major metro areas like Chicago, Milwaukee, Detroit, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Indianapolis were deemed very unhealthy.
This is what we would call an extreme, just as we have extreme heat, extreme cold.
Several cities canceled events for safety reasons. Minneapolis canceled all active outdoor programs. Erie Zoo in Pennsylvania closed because of poor air quality. And in Michigan, the city of Rochester Hills postponed a fireworks show.
You just want to avoid it as best as possible, especially if you have asthma, if you have lung disease, even if you have heart disease. Try your best to stay indoors.
But one itinerary didn't change. President Biden pressed on with a trip to Chicago, the White House pledging to help Canada as needed.
The president recently directed additional personnel and resources to and equipment to help combat the wildfires in Canada, and also directed the DoD to expand the National Guard's Fire Guard program.
While the D.C. area will still be under a code red air quality alert Thursday, other places like the Great Lakes and the Midwest could see some improvement later this week. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
Well, July 4th is almost here, and more cities are saying no to fireworks. The reason why could depend on where you live. Here's ABC's Andrea Fujii with more.
Like deja vu, skies across the country are sporting a familiar hazy hue. Smoke from the wildfires in Canada are drifting again towards the U.S., smothering cities from the East Coast to the Midwest.
Obviously, there was New York a couple weeks ago, and apparently now it's us this week.
With the return of the smoke comes the return of air quality alerts. Conditions in major metro areas like Chicago, Milwaukee, Detroit, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Indianapolis were deemed very unhealthy.
This is what we would call an extreme, just as we have extreme heat, extreme cold.
Several cities canceled events for safety reasons. Minneapolis canceled all active outdoor programs. Erie Zoo in Pennsylvania.
We already saw that package, so do we have the one on the 4th of July? Is that ready? I guess not. I'll tell you what, let's take a break. We'll get our things together, and we'll be back right after this.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are! Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-685-4999.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
These local businesses would like to wish you a happy Independence Day, along with safe and fun celebrations all summer long.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Thursday, June 29th, 2023. It's also International Fisherman's Day.
It's a unique celebration that recognizes the efforts of fishermen around the world. The job they do is incredibly important to the food chain, since the fish they catch are a major source of nutrition for people and also a huge source of revenue for states like here in Maine. Some people celebrate the holiday by simply having seafood for dinner, while others around the globe have more formal gatherings to recognize the important job of fishermen. And I suggest, if you're getting seafood or anything go straight to a distributor, because remember we were talking yesterday about the prices of lobster rolls in some places.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Some places will sell a lobster roll for $40, yet lobster fishermen are getting $2.50 a pound. Last time I knew, that was months ago. But go straight to the distributor and get lobster from them and cook it up yourself.
That's generally what I do, but I'm lucky I have some connections down in Stonington, so
you are lucky.
We know right where to go.
You are lucky.
In
That
fact,
is nice.
I plan to celebrate Fisherman's Day a few days late.
Nice. Well, it's your brother's birthday, and your
So-
birthday's coming up too. So
I don't want to think about that. But anyway, on this day in history, back in 1613, way back, London's original Globe Theatre, where many of Shakespeare's original plays were performed, was destroyed by a fire caused by a cannon shot during a performance. In 1972, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled the death penalty could constitute cruel and unusual punishment, a ruling that prompted the states to revise their capital punishment laws. Some dropped them altogether. And in 1992, doctors in Pittsburgh reported the world's first transplant of a baboon liver into a human patient who survived for another 3 months because of that. I figured by now they'd be doing that all the time. But, they're doing pig valves and all that kind of stuff.
I
now,
know.
and so it's incredible.
But who knows, too, with 3D printing.
That's right.
Yeah.
They'll have some artificial pats here pretty soon.
I wonder.
Yeah.
All right. And in 2007, the first generation of the Apple iPhone went for sale for the very first time. Today's birthdays include actor Gary Busey, who turned 79 today. Comedian Colin Just from Saturday Night Live is 41. Oh, they did pick I wondered what photo they'd pick for Gary Busey.
That's pretty much all the photos I had.
He's
for
always
Gary Busey.
like that, yeah.
He's kind of crazy, but I like him at the same time. You know?
I think there have been criminal charges.
Yes.
I won't bring it up on his birthday, I suppose. And actress Camila Mendez is 29.
Yeah, I saw a movie she did on Netflix recently, and she's a really good young actress.
Cool. I don't know any of them except Gary Busey.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of ultra famous people today for birthdays.
Yeah,
but,
one of those days.
Yeah, but we wish them a very happy birthday.
All right. I know we are broken records. I've said it every day. I'll keep saying it. There's nothing else to say.
Yeah, it's raining. What are you going to do?
Right. Here's Devin Biggs.
And thank you very
What are
much,
you gonna
Craig
do?
and Emma.
What
Happy
are you gonna
Thursday. Your
do?
first weather forecast brought to you by Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Don't let rust get the best of your car. Protect it with Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Schedule your service now. Alrighty, here we go. Air quality's kind of been an issue in some parts of the Northeast. We're good in our backyard, though, this morning, but further off towards the west, air quality alerts are posted because of air quality that either has already gotten bad or expected to get bad in a few spots, though. And we're already seeing a few areas that are considered very unhealthy. So once again, no air quality issues are developing across some parts of the Northeast. Meanwhile, here at home, though, we're watching rain, we're watching chances for storms, and of course some fog that's developed yet again this morning. These fog advisories will drop at around 9 a.m. this morning. Small craft advisories up until around 8 p.m. later this evening as well, as that will start to back off just a bit later. Otherwise, though, the fog very widespread this morning. Many areas are down to a mile visibility or less. It improves further out towards the north, but further down to the south, notice, though, definitely some very thick fog that's developed out there this morning. Radar and Sally's showing mainly showers that have developed out there this morning. I'm not seeing much lightning, if any lightning, with this, so nothing too ridiculous. We'll have a few little bits of dry hours before we watch for more showers and a few rumbles of thunder that will develop throughout the daytime period. Not too much going on, at least at this point, but this is where the flow will come in for more showers and storms that will be on the way. So our early forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, showing cloudy skies, a chance for showers and thunderstorms again. Temperatures in the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
All right, well, an algae bloom on the California coast is affecting several animals in the coast's ecosystem. The rapid increase of the algae is producing a neurotoxin that's killing fish, sea lions, and even dolphins. Health professionals say not only animals in the sea are in danger, but even birds can die. Officials say warm water and sewage runoff can be contributing factors. They also say these blooms are worsening year after year. Rescuers say anyone who sees a stranded animal at the beach should contact rescuers. They also say it's important to give these animals some space. And like I said, of course, this is on the west coast, but it's still, it's something that's possible here as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get them around here, too.
Right. All right, still to come here on the second half of the newscast, Ryan Sudol will have the latest with sports.
Don't go away.
Oh, that feels so good. What a sweetheart. I'm so lucky.
These socks are so soft. And her feet don't smell? These would be perfect for hunting season.
Moisture wicking, odor resistant, hypoallergenic, softer than cashmere, and warmer than wool. Get your alpaca socks and more at the Blue Alpaca. Feel the difference.
Hey babe, can I borrow these socks?
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, contact the law offices of Joe Bornstein to learn about your legal rights. Maine has the highest rate of mesothelioma fatalities in the U.S. You may be eligible to receive compensation if you were exposed to asbestos products while working in a shipyard, mill, factory, or construction site. For a free case evaluation, dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Should I be selling right now? I gotta get a bigger place. What's my house worth?
What do you think?
It's my house, really.
How do I buy a house?
What if I don't have time to see it in person?
What is going on with this housing market?
You have questions. We can take the guesswork out of that. Contact our RE/MAX collaborative agent today. We service all of Maine.
All the nonsense
Fibber.
meets no nonsense.
I don't buy it.
Judge Judy.
Weekdays at 5 on ABC 7.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. We are just under 2 months out from field hockey season up in Orono, and the Black Bears cannot wait to run out onto their brand new facility for the first time come August. Our Tyler Cruz reports on the significance of that investment.
It'll be very exciting for our players when they arrive on the 8th to see the completed project.
We are now just 52 days away from game action here at the University of Maine's brand new field hockey facility. And despite how it looks, we are just a few more steps away from this field being complete.
Yeah, the field's looking good. We had a meeting on Monday where we had a walkthrough, and we were able to basically go all the way around the field and talk about everything. And it was just exciting because there's much more in place right now. So the fencing and the stands and the press box.
While the rain this month has probably kept most of us inside, it hasn't stopped the contractors in Orono.
The rain, I think, has impacted a little bit this week. They're still here and it's going to get done, obviously, but I think they've been working around the rain to finish the E-layer part, and then in the next couple of weeks, the turf will be down, so that'll be really exciting.
Once the final buzzer of the 2022 season rang, construction began, and this new stadium marks the most significant investment in Maine field hockey since the program's inception. But don't take my word for it.
This is like the most significant, investment, obviously, for our program to have a new field, but an actual facility, completed facility, and the impact, that it's going to have. This is significant to have your own stadium.
And since the field has basically been built from scratch in front of our own eyes, Coach Babineau finds it pretty hard to stay away sometimes.
Yeah, we've been out there a lot. Probably they're tired of seeing us out there. We sneak on sometimes. It's been really exciting to see the progress, even to see them there in the wintertime and to see them there on the weekends. And, the hours have been crazy, and their commitment to getting the project done in time. It's just been great to see.
In Orono, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thank you very much, Tyler. Cannot wait to see the finished product. Now to some track and field news. Wednesday morning, Gatorade announced the winner of the Maine Girls Track and Field Player of the Year, and we have a new champion on our hands. Ruth White of Orono was named the winner after a stellar outdoor season, winning the 3,200 meters at States as well as New England's, plus finishing 10th in the event at Nike Outdoor Regionals in Oregon. She also helped Orono's 4x800 relay team to a state title and finished runner-up in the 1600 at States and 4th at New England's. This marks Ruth's third Player of the Year award in her career, as she has won back-to-back awards in cross country. This is her first in track. Big congrats to her. And now let's move to some local baseball and the return of a Legion team that returns to the field this year after a long hiatus. The Old Town Orono Twins are back after nearly 2 decades. The Quirk Motor City, which served players from schools like Old Town, Orono, Bangor Christian, and John Babs, folded last year, so it left the players without a local summer team. But then the Old Town Rec Center took control of the program, and players like Mr. Maine Baseball, Jason Libby, can once again play in front of family and friends in their own backyards, including home games at Mansfield Stadium.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where I was going to play this summer, but then this option came up, and I'm glad to be a part of this team. It's definitely nice to be playing in your hometown, right close by. Everybody loves Mansfield, a great field to play home games. And obviously our away games aren't very far at all, which I like that.
It's great, 7 o'clock games. Come by after work, go to the concession stand, grab some food, and watch a good ball game.
And a lot of these kids and head coach Justin Crisafulli are coming off deep, intense playoff runs, so the more laid-back atmosphere of Legion ball is a welcome change. But like all their opponents, the Twins see it as valuable experience despite the reduced pressure.
It's definitely completely different than high school ball. You know, the pressure feels like it's not as much on you. But, you know, I'm just trying to get some work in, obviously. Want to win a lot of games with this team and then prepare for the next level.
It's still early in the season, but we'll be pretty good. We'll be right there in the top three.
Best of luck to them the rest of the way. And finally, news from the NHL and UMaine hockey. Wednesday night was the first round of the league's entry draft, and one of the hottest recruits coming to Orono this fall had his name called. Center Bradley Nadeau was selected 30th overall by the Carolina Hurricanes in the draft. A New Brunswick native, the 18-year-old Nadeau put up 45 goals and 68 assists last season for the British Columbia Hockey League's Penticton Vees. Considered to be one of the top shooters in the draft, Nadeau is just the fourth Black Bear to ever get selected in the draft's first round and the first since Barrett Heiston in 1999, and we all know what went on to happen in 1999. Will it happen this year? Who knows? We'll see. That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Now get a low $299 per month lease on Rogue.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Tesoro Italian Restaurant serves Bangor's best pizza, pasta, and sandwiches. Located in downtown Bangor across from the library. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 3 to 9, and Sunday, 3 to 8. The bar is also open 9 to 1 Friday and Saturday night. Come in and taste what everybody's talking about.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
These local businesses would like to wish you a happy Independence Day, along with safe and fun celebrations all summer long.
I got hurt in a car accident, and I've got some questions. Can lawyers start working on my case for no money up front?
I answer car accident questions like these every day. Call the twos. We win for you.
Call 222-2222.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Now get a low $299 per month lease on Rogue.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Welcome back, everyone. After the town received the rating of ugliest town in Maine, a Howland resident has put together a GoFundMe page in an effort to bring new improvements that will highlight its small town charm.
Our Grace Blanchard has the story.
It's a small town and limited resources, and the town, you know, struggles just to maintain what we have.
A website called Travel-A-Lot has described Howland as the ugliest town in Maine. One local is pushing back against what they say is an unfair ranking.
Starting a fundraiser on GoFundMe for the town of Howland to try to raise money to be able to buy some things for our public spaces, like gazebos, picnic tables, washroom facilities, things like that.
He is striving for an impressive amount of $3 million to bring life back to this community.
I know that that's really high for, you know, a project like this compared to people who have medical needs or things like that, or their house burnt down. But it's not a lot of money for an entire town.
That article upset a lot of the locals in town. The person that wrote the article didn't go very far from 95, because if he had branched out in any direction from 95, any distance at all, Howland's a beautiful little community.
Howland's town manager does say there are a number of structures that are in disrepair.
Within the last 2 years, I passed an ordinance on property maintenance to try to slow down some of these deteriorating properties. So we're trying to get a hold of it right now.
Though Lucci has a long way to go to reach his goal, he is feeling hopeful.
I think that there's a lot of potential here. We've got all the rivers, and it's beautiful. You know, it really is.
In Howland, Grace Blanchard, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
I'm with Howland.
Yeah.
You know, good for them.
It's close by.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great, I mean, it's a housing crisis too, so people need places to live, and that's close by.
See what they do with it, too.
Right.
It's a beautiful area. They got Coldstream Pond nearby.
Swimming
Savoy's Lake
opportunities.
isn't too far away. You know. Yeah.
Ugliest town in Maine. That's mean. I want to speak to whoever rated it that way.
Yeah. The weather, on the other hand, that's been pretty ugly lately.
I'm ready to sit in my beach chair on the beach in the rain. I don't care.
Forget about
I drove
it,
by
huh?
Brewer Pool yesterday. There were kids in there. I was like, good for you
Just put an
guys.
umbrella up or something and
Yeah.
enjoy the sights.
Yeah, you got to try. Here's meteorologist Evan Biggs.
Artie, Craig, and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Don't let rust get the best of your car. Protect it with Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Schedule your service now. Alrighty, here we go. So air quality, not the greatest in some parts of the Northeast where air quality alerts are posted yet again. As for us, so we're looking pretty good out there, but you have to look further off towards the south and west where some areas either have hit very unhealthy air quality or will be expected to hit some poor air quality coming up soon. Otherwise, though, we do have dense fog advisories posted for a few areas till roughly 9 a.m. this morning. A few other spots still posted until around 8 p.m. for the small crowd advisories later on this evening, as well as the winds will be a little bit gusty there. But otherwise, though, look at how widespread the fog is. This is all fog that's developed out there this morning, reducing visibility to just a mile or less in a few areas and improves further off towards the north, but further down to the south, kind of a mess out there. So be careful out there when you travel to work or any other destination. But otherwise, those showers and thunderstorms are developing out there in a few areas this morning. I'm not seeing much lightning, if any lightning with this, so probably just general showers at best. We'll be watching for a few rumbles of thunder today. As this front continues to move in, it'll pull in some more moisture, so we're not done with the rain just yet. We'll have chances for showers and a few rumbles of thunder coming up soon. So if each cast moving forward, a few showers, a few rumbles of thunder off from the west, so that'll move in during the afternoon and evening time frame. That will go away with a few showers possible throughout the daytime period for your Friday. We'll get rid of the chances for storms, and the sun may also make an appearance as well before it goes down Friday night. More clouds and fog moves in as we get towards Friday night to Saturday with a few showers possible there. All right, let's run this through at least parts of Friday. So maybe up to another half an inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch in a few localized areas before we're all finished up. Other areas, maybe not as much rain. Running through the weekend, we'll add a little bit more rain, and that rain looks to continue as we head towards next week. Otherwise, our average high temperature is 78 degrees. We'll reach for the middle 70s today, upper 70s for your Friday, back in the lower to middle 70s again Saturday, Sunday, and a Monday, and also Tuesday, the lower 80s again as we head towards your Wednesday. So your forecast for today, middle 70s, scattered showers and thunderstorms on the way, and south wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, lower 60s, partly cloudy, a few thunderstorms, also some fog on the way, south wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, upper 70s, mostly cloudy with a few showers on the way, and south wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check, showing chances for showers and a few rumbles of thunder as well for the next several days, with temperatures overall in the 70s.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota LO1 series is rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Powerful Kubota diesel engine, ease of operation, and your choice of a dependable Kubota gear or HST transmission. The durable Kubota LO1 series tractor. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
For a better center to serve you, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. For a bigger selection of trusted brands, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. And to better service your ride, no matter the size, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. Master mechanics, free shuttle service, and the fair deals you deserve. Take Littlefield Avenue to Bangor Tire, beside Dysart's in Herman. BangorTire.com.
We're more than just a tire store.
Ladies, a main adventure.
At Rennie's, we have a great selection of ladies' dresses and summer sandals. Lots of styles, lots of colors. Get to Rennie's.
Thank you for shopping Rennie's.
Do you remember your first day at school? The nerves and excitement, seeing your friends and new teachers, or what to wear? You know, we feel every kid deserves to look their best, especially on their first day of school. Bring your new or like-new school clothes like sweaters, sweatshirts, and coats to any Jordan's Furniture. And Cradles to Crayons will make sure those clothes you bring in will help a child in need. Their day and the days to come will be happier because of you.
Name this little rock and roll legend.
Lupe Fiasco.
The comedy game show where Grandma knows best.
Empire State of Mind is performed by what rapper?
Jay-Z.
Kelly Ripa hosts. Generation Gap premieres tonight on ABC.
The Dakin Pool in Bangor has received a generous grant from two beloved Mainers to be put towards an essential facelift.
Callie Warren has the details.
Bangor's Dakin Pool sees up to 100 kids a day in the summer months, but it hasn't seen much of a change in amenities. The Friends of Dakin Pool is a community organization that works closely with Bangor Parks and Rec to preserve the pool. The group recently received a $25,000 grant from the Stephen and Tabitha King Foundation to support their fundraising campaign. Kim Livingstone is the group's secretary, and she says the generous donation will bring some much-needed updates.
We'll hope to refurbish the pool house. It needs some paint, it needs some redoing on the inside to bring it back up to date. A new pool slide for the kids, that one in there I think is maybe original.
Dakin Pool has an extensive history as the first public pool in Bangor, and it will celebrate its 67th anniversary on June 30th. The organization hopes to raise $160,000 for capital improvements and to help support their lifeguard staff.
I've been lifeguarding for about 10 years now. Lifeguarding is definitely a hard, challenging job. You have to be very aware and pay attention. It means a lot to be part of the community and be able to help and be an impact on these kids.
It's not only just sitting in a chair and watching the kids. You're talking to them, you're engaging with parents, you're helping them become a greater part of the community.
The community impact is what means the most to Dakin's lifeguards. The Friends of Dakin Pool hope that these fundraising efforts will make a big splash. To learn more about how you can help support the pool, visit Friends of Dakin Pool on Facebook. In Bangor, Callie Warren, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, Ford is gifting a new fire command vehicle to a national park. The company, along with global manufacturer Darley, is gifting a customized Bronco to the Bandelier National Monument in New Mexico during the height of the wildfire season there. The 2023 model comes with the Sasquatch package. It includes specialized equipment, such as a government communication system with satellite and antenna connections. The donation comes from Ford's Bronco Wild Fund endowment. A second customized Bronco will be sent to another national park in the future. I want the Sasquatch package for my car, too. So.
I just want to see a Sasquatch.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but...
It's a Bigfoot.
Well, I know that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm talking about the package itself. I don't know what else comes in
I know. What would make you name it after that?
I don't know. Yeah,
okay.
It's kind of neat, though.
All right. If you missed anything, head to foxbangor.com. We're about out of time.
We hope you have a wonderful day.